defense is playing well. Puts a lot of pressure on you, but yeah, they can play with a lot of variety on the defensive end because of the matchups, and then their individual defense is probably as good as anybody in the league, top to bottom.
This road trip where you're facing the top three teams in the Eastern Conference, and called that up by starting the home game against Denver. I see the Denver differently out of a stretch like this where you're facing so many kind of teams in a row.
I mean, I'm really just trying to get through tonight first. I appreciate the nightmare fuel with the 4 teams in a row, but it's it's about the Celtics tonight. I think playing really good teams always tests you. We've been playing good basketball of late, but to go on the road and play high-level opponents in great, hard atmospheres is going to be really good for our group. It's going to test us both on the court from like a physical standpoint. It's going to test our emotional and mental stability when you play in tough environments against teams that can go on runs. I think that's the thing I'm probably most focused on over these next couple of games is like, can we keep our heads when it doesn't go well? Like, I already know for a fact there's going to be a run tonight where the Celtics are probably going to hit 3 threes in a row. They shoot a bunch of threes. They're a very good team. Can we withstand that and kind of stick to what we're trying to do and not go rogue? So, this is going to be a great test for us overall, these next 4 games, but it starts with trying to do what we need to do tonight.
Obviously a different roster now, but what do you still see that remains from the system, the kind of principles that you implement when you with the coaching staff?
I mean, I don't know if it was implemented by us. I mean, I think even when our staff came in, there was, we were trying to learn the group that was already here as well. I think part of your responsibility is to recognize that there was like history already here with the team, and you're trying to adapt them some. So, I don't know if it was us or Brad or, Joe obviously has done a fantastic job with their team. So, I mean, I think the thing that continues to show up is you have a lot of guys who take pride defensively one-on-one. And then offensively, they do a pretty good job of mixing where the ball is going. They're very disciplined with their spacing. And, one thing that definitely remains is I felt like when we were here, you had a bunch of guys on the team that had a high level of shooting. And that had nothing to do with a system that we put in place. That's the players that are in the locker room. I definitely see some similarities, and most of that's probably because you have a lot of similar personnel, especially the core guys.
Joe just got asked about, when he interviewed for the job that you got, about how that went, and he said he felt, he got asked how he would do as a young person being prepared to run an organization, to have that weight on his shoulders, and said he felt like he didn't answer that very well. Just wondering, did you kind of get a similar question, and how do you feel like your answer went, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I got asked questions along those lines for sure. I don't think those questions are abnormal in a head coaching interview process. I don't know how that specific answer went. I didn't get like a report card after, but I just tried to be as honest as possible. Like, I don't have all the answers right now. I think when you're young as a coach going into those interviews, it's like there's no reason to hide from those facts. Like, yes, I am young. Yes, I've never been a head coach, but I think sometimes there's strength in that. Like, I'm not a finished product. I'm not rigid. I'm not walking in with a giant notebook that's like, here's my program, take it or leave it. And so, I still don't think I have all the answers. Leading an organization is hard. Being in this seat is different than being an assistant in 1,000 ways. You feel everything that happens, good or bad, in a very different way than when you're an assistant. You feel a responsibility for not only the players, but you feel a responsibility for the people that you've hired and work with you every day. It's something I'm still getting used to. And I kind of hope I never fully get used to it. I think some of that anxiety or stress kind of keeps you sharp, or it keeps me sharp. I do okay with some of that. You obviously don't want to overload it, but kind of keeps me in the moment and keeps me hunting the next thing. So yeah, maybe I'll go back and ask DA what he thought of my answer. I don't know. Give us something to talk about.
How much is it just a calm and slow and play where they are?
I mean, that's really had a huge impact on our team. I think both those guys set the table for us in terms of their effort every night. Our team feeds off their energy. I think Simone is somebody we've talked about a lot, doesn't get enough credit for all the things he does in sort of the winning plays category. I think he was seen as an offensive player when he came into the NBA. But his athleticism and toughness has showed up for us tremendously. Colin is no secret to anybody. How hard he plays, what his personality is like, how tenacious he is on the floor. It's what it takes to win. It's hard to win any NBA game, and it's definitely hard to win if you think you can go 3/4 speed and glide your way through any night. We're trying to be a team that, let's just make sure that we handle that part first. You don't always have to be as talented as everybody else, because sometimes the ball doesn't go in, but our effort's something that we can't control.